this week, my family and I got interested in watching the Beast games. Of course, MrBeast, one of the most popular YouTubers around, got on Amazon Prime, so we decided to watch. And as we were watching, we saw how 1,000 people became the most selfish, ugliest human beings ever. But if you take the layer back away from it, it wasn't that they were just totally selfish and ugly, it's that they were desperate. They were in a position where they were so desperate to have that money. Some people would backstab each other to gain just a small pot of money. Others would backstab each other just to try to get further along the game. But what it showed was the ugly side of desperation. It's not that people are selfish as much as people are desperate. I'm Eric with Leadership Development. This week we're going to talk about money and how it creates desperate people. Why are people desperate for money? And how you as a leader can use that as either a tool for good or a tool for manipulation. We all have jobs for the ability to gain money, so we can use it as a tool to fulfill the 5 hierarchy of needs. And most importantly is that base one. The ability to have a house, to have clothes, to have food, and have transportation. Those are your basic needs. And your next 2 levels are your security and your sense of belonging. Then above that are the last 2 levels, and that is your self-actuation and your ability to grow. By having money to be the tools to fulfill those needs, you want more of it. The problem is most people misalign the value of those 5 hierarchy of needs. Instead of working from the bottom up, most people want to jump into the higher 2. But what if we help them understand how money as a tool can keep them successful? That they don't have to be desperate for it, that they can be more engaged in learning how not to learn for themselves to be better stewards of their money, but to teach their family, to teach generations of how to be stewards of their money and create a wealth that they've never thought they've had before. As a leader, it's up to you to decide, how do you approach people with money? Are you going to be the asshole who manipulates people by holding it in front of them and making them backstab and create the ugliness and selfishness that we see on TV and on social media? Or are you going to be the true leader that shows them how money is the tool, how money living within their means will help them succeed into the goals that they're looking for? And be good stewards of the organization's money so that they're making good decisions based upon your vision, your mission, and your core values. Right there, you've already created trust because you're showing them the guidelines of how they make decisions. But what if you show them how to make decisions in their own personal financial growth? What most managers will find is that their people are financially stressed. And by being financially stressed is because they have misaligned what they value in their needs. First, people try to use the bottom line, which is your house, transportation, food, and clothing, and they try to shove that up into the 4th area, which is that self-esteem, by having the big house, by having the nice car, or by having the fancy clothes. By being able to teach your organization how to be good stewards of money, it allows them to create a financial resilience. Life happens. No matter what, things will happen in your life where financial resilience is required. Because there'll be times where you can't hit the growth, you can't hit the self-esteem, where you can't hit the sense of self-belonging. But you need to take care of security, and you need to take care of your housing, food, clothing. And those are important to be able to, not just for yourself, but for your family. So by having that resilience, you understand when to pull back and when to enjoy the fruits of your labor. By having financial resilience, you're actually able to cover all 5 of those areas and still have a good self-esteem. In the last video, we talked about ego and self-esteem and the importance of it to have a self-esteem over an ego. It is that desperation that feeds off the ego, whereas a person with high self-esteem knows how to use resilience to their benefit. They know how to find solutions while income might be scarce or while times are tough. But because of that resilience and because of that self-esteem, you have a superpower that far exceeds anybody that has an ego. What can you do as a great leader? You can facilitate workshops that allow your people to learn personal financial management by being able to contribute to their 401k and teach them how to use their 401k. By being able to give them the ability to learn how to live within their means, and that you positively promote, or you positively verbally award those who actually live within their means. You're creating a positive actions that allow them to reinforce what they're doing is right versus what they think they need to do. I'm Eric with Leadership Development. If you've liked this video, hey, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up. While you're at it, hit subscribe. Tell YouTube that other growing leaders need to see this video as well. If you missed last week's video, hey, check it out. It's right over here. We'll talk to you again next video.